Right, the video you're going to see is this character, which is the healer, taking on the Banished cells, I believe it's called. Let me just check. Yeah, the Banished cells. So I decided to actually record this one. I don't often record the dungeons, not when I do them solo. I don't do them solo often as well, because they take a very long time. This one actually took about 2 hours to complete. Solo, that is, not in a group. In a group, it's much quicker, obviously. But I decided to go in there, do it solo, and record this one as a kind of special thing. But I won't be doing a lot more of the dungeons, not unless I'm in a group. Then I'll maybe record some. This character is set up to, like I say, take a lot of damage, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, so that's why the fights are very drawn out. But anyway, let's get to the video. Right, we're going to take a look at this dungeon today. I'm not sure if we're going to be strong enough for it, but we will see. There's also a new map coming out. Map, story, whatever you want to call it. The whole shebang. That one. No, this one. It's that one. Chapters. It's a new chapter. There you go. It's called Somerset. Looked a bit into it. Another area. I'm not going to jump on this one, I don't think. I'll get it eventually, but I've got so much else in here still to do that, well, it's never ending. But if you do decide to get it, I think you get Morrowind with it if you pre-order it. Or if you pre-order it, you get Morrowind and Black Tiger. So you get Black Tiger kind of thing with it, with red eyes and red feet and stuff. And you get all these bits, which the crown experience is good if you need the experience. All this other stuff is what it is. There's a collector's thing, but it's only if you're really into those sort of things. Not too worried about them. But like I say, we'll get it eventually. I might get it. I don't know yet. I haven't even checked out how much it costs. I just saw it was coming and thought, had a quick look, a little bit of it, and thought, yeah, another area, great. We'll go there. We'll see what the story's about at some point. But like I say, no rush, no rush. Loads of other games coming as well, so about time. We better go in Banishing 1 because we're going in solo and we might die. We probably will die. We'll probably be too weak for this, but we will try. I have done some of these on my own, but other ones you go in and just get wrecked, basically. Hopefully this one won't be one of those. Quite often you're going to have to sneak or run past stuff. You might even die and have to reanimate, or whatever you call it, to lose all the aggro, but we'll see how we get on. The biggest problem is obviously going to be the last bosses. I say the biggest problem, we might not even get that far, let's find out. I might have already been here before. I might have actually quit. It's very tough for little guys. The way our build is, can't do a lot of damage, but we can take a lot of damage. That's the way to go with the solo, isn't it? Let's see what he's got to say, if this works, because... There we go.
Well met. I thank you for the assistance, but this place is teeming with Daedra. You should leave. If you value your life.
What is this place?
In ages past, the vilest of my people were interred here as punishment. Today, the Banished cells contain a sole prisoner, High Kinlord Release the 12th. Release is long dead, but his Daedric pact sustains him, and a prisoner he remained until today.
Tell me more. When are the keepers? Where are the keepers exactly?
I have not seen them since the Daedra attacked. Araldor is the closest, and if she lives, you'll find her up ahead.
I'll look for her then. the map. It's going right. Oh no, sorry. We might need to fight these first. Try and do this without aggroing too much. I wanted to search this, but pumpkins, is that it? Let me see where we're going. We're going to have an enemy over there. No, we've been spotted. Follow me. Now we'll die, they'll run away. There's one way to get through it. And then we come into here. And we'll probably have to fight.
Aruldor! You live!
I do, though I've seen better days. The High Kinlord's power has grown. He would not have been able to escape our predecessors as he has escaped us today. We need to go after him.
Stay down, Keeper! You're injured! If the others yet live, we should find them, then deal with Release, if we can. He has already escaped. I will not suffer further dishonor by losing lives to him.
You're ever the optimist. And Altmer should not fear the end, Syrian. I would give the lives of all 4 of us to stop Release. The High Kinlord will rend Tamriel apart if he gets to the surface. And it will be our fault.
There is a difference between fearing death and throwing your life away, Aruldar. And as long as I lead the Keepers, you will do neither. If the others live, we'll find them.
So anyway, that goes to show you how the character is set up for defense as opposed to attack. It takes me a long time to kill, but I can stay alive and grind my way through, and that's quite useful when you're a solo player. It's all very well being strong, running in and attacking, but if you can't take them down quick enough, you'll get destroyed, or if you get hurt too quick. But being it this way, it's quite useful. I mean, let's face it, my class is a healer, not as a fighting class as such. I'm set up for healing. So, and we didn't even use our own healing. We've got a healing when we slam the staff on the ground. We didn't even need to use that, so I can start upgrading my damage stuff now, I suppose.
You've helped more than I could have hoped, stranger. Aruldor will survive this.
What do we do now?
Aruldar would like nothing more than to confront Release now, but we're not ready. The High Kinlord can't be killed. Our only course is to capture him. But we'll need a sturdier prison than we've ever had before.
What do you need from me?
Aruldar and I will think on a plan to deal with the High Kinlord. Defeating Release is pointless if we can't hold him. In the meantime, the area up ahead is under Keeper Varanil's jurisdiction. Even if he lives, he'll need your help.
Right, I'll go and look for him. Now, I may have cut down the fights, I may not. You might see the whole thing, you might only see part of it, because it does drag on a bit. And although, like I say, I'm grinding my way through, it can't be that fun to watch. Do the same trick I think. Or not, if we've got a door there. Right, how many are we going to run away? I mean, I could take it bit by bit and work my way through it, but it'll make a hell of a long, well, incredibly long video. So we'll just run. Quick. Through. like we've got to kill these, I suppose, to proceed. Sometimes you find chests and things. So open. And a switch.
What delightful folly is this? The Keepers have enlisted an outsider to face me? You fools have fallen so low!
Okay, looks like we've got to fight this lot. First things first. Now what? Still can't go through? Unless there's another switch, maybe. Down there. Chests or anything?
There are easier ways to prove your bravery, mortal. Turn back, or you'll share the Keeper's
Oh god,
fate.
yeah, these things. Struggle with these bossy type ones. Sometimes. They're not there. They sit there eating you. It took a while, but we got there in the end. And this is why you do dungeons with friends. Oh, it's down already, so that's open now. Right, moving on. Just check there's no goodies. It's all plundered. Suppose we can take a few barrels, you never know what we might find. Here we go again. Oh, here we go again. Another big boss. Let's just have a top up here. Let me see if I can use any of these potions. I'm not a big user of potions, but if I've got one, gradual ravage health. Applied. In fact, we're going to use an experience scroll as well. Because we're doing all this, we should use it. Nope, that didn't go well. Try again. No, I'm going to need something a bit better. Let me try. Let's have some of that. Right. That's one of those. I think we've had it. I think we're at the end of the line. stopping you, but come on, get up. And again, I can't get up. Come on.
Haroldor! See to him!
By the Empyrean light.
Has he been slain? Patience, Haroldor. I need you to heal him. And Immaril is still unaccounted for. We'll need her to face Rilis.
How can he be in here and still be fighting? This ain't right. Phew!
There's one keeper left, and I worry for her. Immaril guards the area closest to Rilis's prison. The two have a strained rapport. Of all of us, the High Kin Lord would bear the fiercest grudge against Immaril.
And
The
where is
sooner you
Immaril?
find her, she's in the deepest part of the Banished cells.
She would be.
I have conceived the beginnings of a spell to handle Rilis, and we'll need Immaril if it's going to succeed.
What's the plan?
There isn't one yet. I still have details to work out. Just find Immaril.
Yeah, find it. I've got to speak to you still.
There's one keeper left. The tale is well known in these parts. In his youth, High Kin Lord Rilis was a hero, instrumental in bringing order to this region.
And what did he do?
He consorted with Oblivion to ascend to power. Those who stood in his way, he killed, though always under mysterious circumstances. Eventually, those around him saw through his schemes and imprisoned him. Lifetimes have passed, but Rilis remains. Rilis's pact with the Daedra keeps him chained to Nirn, though he is dead. Were it not for the Daedra who freed him, he would be serving his sentence still, until time immemorial.
Keep saying speak to him. All the way down there. Trouble is you get knocked down, then fired, and you've had it. That's why we use this trick. Like I say, we could do it bit by bit, but time is a ticking now. Been on this far too long. Mess my keys up. Okay. Get back a bit. My minion. Got him.
We found her.
I see her. Let's hope she lives. We'll need her before the
You
day
should
is
picking
done.
loads of
She's
stuff
going
up.
to be fine with a little restoration magic. We should be considering how to handle the High Kinlord.
Even if we defeat him, how do we contain him? He's already escaped once. If we could control Daedric magic, perhaps this wouldn't have happened. What do you think, Sirion? Fight fire with fire?
Stay your tongue, Varanil. You insult your lineage by even thinking it. Does the High Kinlord's fate appeal to you so? We go with my plan and divide his essence among us. He can't escape his prison if he's not whole. We're fortunate no one has perished, but I fear my keepers have grown desperate and cowardly. Did you hear Varanil's remark? Use Daedric power? Sacrilegious. We need to get Release back in his prison before my keepers do something they'll regret.
And how can I
Before he escaped, we kept Release's soul encased in a single binding stone, passed down by the keepers. For ages, it was his prison. We're going to put him back, but this time, he's going in pieces.
What do you mean?
It's not as macabre as it sounds. He has no body. I speak of his soul. The keepers will siphon his essence into not one, but 4 binding stones, to keep his power divided. He'll hardly be conscious in that state, let alone able to summon Daedra.
What do you need from me?
You have the most difficult task of all. I need you to find Release and defeat him, if you can.
Very well. This is where I might run into a wall now. We're going to find out. I think we'll have to do our run trick again. Oh yes, this is where we run into a wall. Die here and respawn. Right. Right. One of those. They're always my biggest problem, is those things. Okay, first things first. Do that. Have another one of those just to be sure, because I don't know if they still work when you die. And chuck those. And chuck down a. Get the minion out. And this one. Get the major. Well, that's the mages down.
Is that you, Syrian? I don't know how you defeated those Banekin, but I'll be glad to send more. Ah, it's the outsiders. So the Keepers are afraid to face me. Very well. You'll die in their stead. I'm going to enjoy this.
It's going to be one that heals, isn't it? This is going to be so unfair playing solo against this. I don't think we can actually beat it if it's... All I'm going to be doing is shoot down the healing orbs. There's another one, you see? Heal fully again. Gives a bit more time. See, another one's coming. It doesn't even give you a break, it gives you a chance. Come on. Now. Oh, they're coming in again. Now he's going down. Phew! Thank God for that. That took forever. That's got to be one of the longest fights ever.
How amusing. Haven't you noticed that the pact I've made protects me from death?
Ignore his words, Keepers. Begin the separation.
I'm not confident this will work, Sirion.
That better be it.
What are you
I can't take anymore.
doing? Oh, I do so love to see magic. Is that what this is? This isn't as grand as the spells I learned from the Daedra. But I don't expect much from mortal Alt. Remember, children, you'll never keep me here of your own accord. Not when the Daedra fight for me. Perhaps you'd fare better if you had Daedra on your side.
His madness nears delirium. Ignore him, Keepers. Bind the High Kinlord.
By
the
light
light
Imperium, the keepers of the banished cells hereby condemn Willis the 12th to imprisonment unending.
Oh my! It looks like you've won! Old Relis's days of freedom are over, it seems.
I thought you said this bastard wouldn't be able to speak.
He shouldn't be able to achieve coherent thought. We'll have to watch him carefully.
Let me just run around before I speak to him. Just in case there's any good stuff. Probably isn't, but you never know. I think that's the way to leave, maybe. Okay, looks pretty empty.
The prison's not perfect yet, but we have time, and Relis isn't going anywhere.
Will your new prison hold him?
I'll make sure of it. Thanks to you, Relis will never see Tamriel again. The situation would be dire had he escaped to the surface. You have been a boon to us. We Keepers would have failed our people if it weren't for you. We'll have to continue to refine Relis's prison, but even the Daedra should have trouble breaking him free from 4 binding stones.
Well, we beat that one. We got a lot of XP. And I don't stand a chance against the level 2 one, whatever that would be. Probably the same thing, just a lot harder. But that's a dungeon, and that is why, well, you'll see the video. I will have chopped a lot of it out, definitely, because this has gone on so long now. The video would be horrendously long. And these fights, you'd be so bored of watching the fight, probably, because it does go on for a long, long time. These boss fights, especially that one when he was healing all the time. I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to beat him with the healing he kept doing, but no, we did get him eventually. Just took time and patience. We've done everything. Yeah. So it's time to leave.